Welcome back to Teaming with Nature. Here we are in our probiotic garden. We're going to cover a little bit more about this tomato plant experiment I did, and this will probably be the last video with this experiment. Just to real quickly recap, we got a lot to do on this video, so I want to real quickly recap. These two tomato plants are of the same, it's an heirloom tomato, the same species. I started them a few months ago. I've watered one of them with just water, I've watered one of them with water, and then twice a month compost tea that I make myself. The results I wanted to see for real, what the results would be. I knew that compost tea helped plants' immunity and vitality. I just wanted to see the results for myself in a real isolated environment like this. I used terrible soil. The results are obvious here. So this plant is pretty sickly. It's kind of small because the soil is waste soil. So there's really no nutrition in the soil for the plant to be able to do anything with it. And yet it still produced, half a dozen or so tomatoes. This one, on the other hand, my tomato cage is falling over, which is one of the reasons this will probably be the last video. It has, I've counted these out, it has 6 times the fruit. So, bless you. It has 6 times the fruit on it. I'm real pleased about this. This basically has confirmed what I thought. So I just picked a couple of tomatoes off. I want to do a taste test with my wonderful daughter assistant in a few minutes. I want to just check something because I wanted to see for myself. Again, I'm always interested in quantifiable numbers or quantifiable results, and my scale doesn't seem to want to work. Got a sunny day and it freaked out here in the Arcadia Eureka area. Well, anyway, I already used the scale on these. I picked 2 fruits. One of them would have been better to do on camera, I know, but I didn't. This one still has the little compost tea dried droplets on it, so for what it's worth, this came off of the water-only plant, this came off the compost tea plant, and what we're going to do is a taste test on them. We're going to do a Brix reading on them, which is a quantitative way to judge the amount of sugars that the plant has taken up. It's a refractive index of crop juices is what it is, BRIX if you want to check it out. And also I weighed them up. So from the water only, this is a 31 gram tomato, not very big, it's kind of a medium tomato, the type of heirloom tomato plant it is. 31 grams, 43 grams, okay? So obvious increase in number of fruit set. There's also an increase in the actual fruit itself, okay? That's a, what is that, a 30% increase. So with that, let's take a sample of each of these and test the Brix and then test the flavor. I'm going to take that compost tea off there since my daughter's going to be sampling this for us. And I think what I'm going to do is just test the juices themselves. This is called a refractometer. Again, it tests the amount of sugars that the plant has been taken up, and if there's a direct relationship if you look into refractometers and the Brix index and all that. This is a way to judge the nutrient density and the vitality in the plant. Okay, there's a direct correlation between flavor. This is the water only tomato. There's a direct correlation between the Brix reading and the flavor and also the nutrition in the fruit or vegetable. So you just put a few drops on the lens and I get a reading of 5 on the Brix scale with the water only fruit, just beneath 5. So that's a poor tomato, okay, roughly poor. If you look at a Brix index, it's going to tell you that 4 is a poor tomato, 6 is an average, 8 is a good, and 12 is an excellent tomato. Now I'm not really expecting this to be much higher because again, soil has so much to do with it, but compost tea obviously has a result on the yield. Come on, oh, I don't want the fruit, the seeds. If I really wanted to do this real well, I would crush up all the flesh and then take a sample from that. do it with this one because it's so much more fleshy. Here's another way we do it when the fruit isn't as juicy. You can put it into a screen, a mesh, and then squeeze it and you're going to get some drips, obviously. Again, the Brix reading is very, very useful to quantify. You know, you can taste it, the difference, but this is going to give you a quantifiable measure. Okay, and this is just over 6. So, not a huge difference, but again, trashed soil. The compost tea fruit is, I already know what that means as far as the flavor. Okay, so let's get our wonderful assistant up here. Assistant, will you come help me out?
Yeah.
Is this going to be too hot to stand on? It might be. Let me set you up here and I'll sit you down, okay? Can you get on your knees there maybe? Or, yeah, you got shoes on. Okay, so close your eyes, please. Okay, so I'm going to give her one of the samples and I'm not going to tell her which one. I'll let you, the camera, know. And again, this has not been staged. Okay, close your eyes, eyes closed. This is from this plant, okay? Okay, so here, open mouth, and chew that up. And tell me what you think. Again, this has not been staged. I promise, I haven't coached her on this.
That's probably from the watermelon.
Why do you say, what does it taste like?
Doesn't really taste as sweet as
Really?
a watermelon.
Okay, so taste this one now, and turn towards the camera a little bit, would you? There you go.
That's compost tea.
You can tell, why?
It's way sweeter.
It's sweet, more flavorful. Okay, truth be told, I did not coach her on this, but she performed as expected. I mean, it's no surprise, you know, with the higher Brix reading, it's going to show up in the flavor.
Can I open my eyes now?
Yes, you can. Thank you. Again, the water tomato. Tastes like a tomato, kind of bland. Not a lot there. Compost tea. Fleshier, sweeter, more acidic. All around a better quality fruit. So, if you want to know more about compost tea, there's tons of it on the internet. Holler to me with any questions. I'll give you, the knowledge and information that I have, that I've gleaned from this and other experiments. If you want to cheaply increase the quality, the yield, and the health of the plant, so you make healthier soil, makes a healthier plant, makes the nutrition more available. Compost tea is a huge, huge tool, and it is just now very beginning to be tapped as a nature-based technology or a nature-based tool to give us more nutrient-dense foods. That's really where I'm coming from. Stop the pesticides, stop the herbicides, stop the fungicides. Use things that are life-friendly, that are life-giving instead of life-destroying. And let's get this moving in a positive direction. Thanks for watching. Holler with any questions. Until next time. Bye-bye.